Ciao, buongiorno a tutti ragazzi, un saluto di Inter Worldwide. A little bit tired here on a Sunday, but following up from our exit with the Coppa Italia, it's Team OG, fire all over the place. Christian Rivas, Mario Galliano, what's goody, boys?
Hey, you know, watching DC burn a day at a time.
Oh, man. Can't wait to talk about that later on. But first of all, pretty optimistic fixture. In terms of our first game back against Napoli today, I was very impressed with the first 35 minutes. Our midfield absolutely bossed out today. I feel like the midfield actually showed their quality, but we'll talk a little bit more later on. But it really showcased how important depth is going to be to take on those better sides and to basically, challenge for honours and trophies next season. Christian Rivas, what did you make of the fixture against Napoli, and who stood out for you? And if you could do me a favor and just shift a little bit to your right so everyone can see your beautiful face. Much better. Thanks, bro.
Nah, dude, honestly, I was kind of annoyed. Like, we started out good, but Lautaro just, like, he stood out to me in a negative way. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't involved at all. He didn't do much. It's like his head is somewhere else. In my opinion, I said we start Alexi's next game, but, I mean, I guess you could say because I'm kind of biased because I've been saying Alexi should be getting a run for a while now. But it's just like it's been evident the last 3 to 4 games, Lautaro has not been at his best. Like, what is it, bro? Is your head in Barcelona? Is that what it is? Like, come on, dude. You still got a contract to honor. And who stood out to me a lot was really Ericsson and Candreva, dude. Candreva was solid. He was one of our best attacking options. When Alexis came in, him and Lukaku connected very well. They had some good plays. Alexis got the ball, played it off to Ericsson. Ericsson almost scored the second. Like, fine save by Ospina. Ospina was what really saved Napoli today.
Yeah. Mario, your thoughts on the fixture against Napoli, man?
You could tell that there's been some time away. It's sloppy on both ends. Napoli kind of just they had a lucky game there. I'm not gonna lie. Ericsson played a great game. We hope to see a lot more of this and better going forward. Like Christian said, Candreva was great. The first half, he was hands down our best player, most effective. He took like 4 or 5 shots on goal. He was giving them a hard time. Had no idea if he was going left or right half the time. People were giving him shit right before the goal that we conceded. Because he had 2 options to pass to. But in the reality of it, if you're in his situation and you're inside the box, you're going to shoot that ball. Like, let's be real. Like, sure, we have the perfect vision from, 150 feet away, whatever it is. We see the whole field. He sees what's in front of him, and he beats the first defender. He's one-on-one with the goalie. He actually put it in a really great spot. Yep. Ospina just made a better save. That's all it was. Ospina had the game of his life after freaking get a hole in his legs.
And then he goes and gets booked, so he'll miss it against Juve. So they'll score 3 or 4 cheap goals in the final for sure.
Yeah, Meret's gonna be like this the whole time. Just put it through
my hands. Bro.
Dude, freaking Lukaku had that nice header that Ospina saved. Candreva had that nice drive, like Mario said. Think about it. Ospina played that ball to Insigne off a goal kick to score.
He had a nuts game, bro. He had a really good game. Big ups to him.
You had Ericsson trying to keep up with him. Ericsson's not the fastest player in the world, but I mean, because I'm thinking, I wasn't really paying full attention. I'm like, why the fuck is Ericsson and Young and who is it? Brozovic playing center back? I was like, what the fuck's going on right here? And I was like, oh shit, that's a corner.
I think Ashley Young balled out as well today. He showed once again how versatile he is. He's such a versatile player, and he'll give 150% every time. There's no bullshit about this guy.
Hey, Mario was the one that was making fun of that Ashley Young signature. And I said, I think he still can offer a lot to us.
I was a hater at the time because I'm like, what the fuck's this guy? He doesn't even play United. What the hell's he going to do for us?
Fuck the bullshit.
Conte knows.
Let's be real. Ashley Young has been able to grow hair for the last 10 years. This man must be a psychopath to be bald. Because do you not know how many people I know that are balding that would kill to have hair? And this man was cutting that joint off.
He looked like he died. He looks 6 or 7 years younger, man. He looks
Right?
like he did when he played for
straight up.
Aston Villa, man.
He looks
I was like,
good
yo,
right
this
now.
man about to go baggage on at the club after the
We're
match.
going backwards.
I think
He's turning back the
Christian
time machine.
I think Christian Eriksen played really well today, and even though he started to look really fatigued around about minute 70, what player isn't going to look fatigued around about that time coming back? It should showcase how important it is to still get maybe a real class midfield signing like Tonali, because we are one injury away from having a midfield problem again. Sensi didn't come on until the end when we were lacking creativity. That tells me that he's still not at 100% fitness. And I know that a couple of people were saying online, like, oh, it's because Eriksen's more attacking minded. That's why Sensi was back off. No, we were lacking creativity. Sensi's not 100% fit. If not now, when? When are you going to be 100%? I say get Tonali in yesterday. Mario.
100% agree. Sensi, 2 months good, 2 months bad, 2 months recovery, 2 months injured. So, he's in recovery mode still. He's been in recovery mode.
2 months bad though. When did he have really bad? When was he bad?
Just 2 months unavailable.
I meant injured. I meant
2 months absent.
Injured. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah,
it's
take that bad.
2 weeks. No. It's 2 months good, 2 months injured, 2 months recovery. That's what it was. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're right. But no, you can see everybody's in that recovery stage right now. You're not going to get 100% on anybody. Lukaku, his first touch came back. His first touch from United came back today.
Yeah, it was bad today, man.
Lautaro was trying he was in competition to have the least amount of touches on the ball today as possible, because every time he tried to get the ball, he tried to do a stupid flick to Lukaku. I'm going to tell you right now, that shit doesn't work every time. You have to hold the ball if you got to do something else. It was so predictable. It was predictable to the point where Lukaku knew the ball was going to be lost before Lautaro even did anything. But what really stood out to me today was Alexis Sanchez, like Christian said. He fucking balled out. He came out, he made an instant impact. The game dropped significantly the second half, and then once he came on, the level raised right away. It was night and day.
He needs to start. I'm sorry, at this point, the way Toro's been, give me that 111 mil, Barca, have a nice day. I'll take that 111 mil, probably spend 40 on Tonali, probably put 20 towards a young striker. I know you were saying you wouldn't mind Zapata, but I'd probably go after another striker we can groom.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know we can groom, honestly, because if you're gonna spend all that money, they gotta play, and if you're gonna groom them, Inter's not in the business of grooming players like Lautaro. The only person that they did it with was Icardi, and look how that turned out. We didn't get anything.
And even now, kind of got groomed though.
A little bit, but now it's expiring. It's expiring before it should have, because we want to play with Messi for another 2 years. Well done.
You don't come to Inter to develop like a Palermo player. You come to Inter to be the Diego Milito. You come and you win. You come and you do something right away.
I just want to see Alexis get more of a run, because dude, he looks good.
He does look fucking
good. He looks like old Alexis, bro. And no offense to Toro, but Toro is not tying old Alexis' boots.
The thing is like, we just got to get him to take a pay cut. We just got to get him to take a pay cut. That's it. Just take a cut and come over.
He'll do it to not go back to United.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's not like he has a bunch of suitors at his doorstep.
Yeah. Before we move on to Sampdoria, I just wanted to talk about the defense. I think other than there wasn't really too many mistakes defensive-wise. I think they were a little sloppy distributing the ball out. Like De Vrij was a little bit rusty, but that's okay. He'll just pick that up again. Skriniar, there was nothing wrong with him. I thought maybe he was out of place once or twice the whole game, but once again, it's forgivable. I think Bastoni had a really, really good first 40 minutes, and had he not been... because we didn't track back on that goal, all three of them look retarded now, basically. But Bastoni, I think, was really good. Talk a little bit about Bastoni. There's no other way to describe it.
Bastoni was really good. I mean, the goal wasn't on the center backs, because if you look at what happened, we had a corner. You put
all three of them are good in the air.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's just shit luck at that point. Ospina play the ball in 2 seconds, and Insigne is one of the fastest players on the field. There's just nothing you can do. And Mertens was tracking back. Just not he wasn't tracking back. He was trailing behind Ashley Young like any smart forward would do. So I mean, they had a good play. There's nothing you can do about that. We got caught on the counter. Happens. There was one really bad pass. I don't know if it was from Bastoni or from Skriniar. They put the ball on Handanovic's left foot. Biggest
That was
mistake.
Bastoni.
Bastoni.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Bastoni.
He gave a really lazy back pass to Handanovic, put it on his left foot, made him cut onto his right foot, but with pressure. One of the scariest things you can do to any goalie. It happened the first half, and Handanovic actually had to go Julio Cesar next little pullback, clip Mertens, and then had to distribute the ball. Shouldn't be happening. I'm sure Conte ripped them for that one because you can't do that.
Yeah, I reckon they would have as well. Christian, if you don't want to talk about Bastoni in the defense, I'll let you kick off Sampdoria, man. Like, we know that we all want Alexis Sanchez to start. Before you take it away, 8 days, 22nd of June. That means that we're ready to play and we get an 8-day rest. Sampdoria sucked domestically this year. We need to whoop their asses and make sure we've still got a competitive mindset. Even if the Scudetto, we just need to keep realistic. We need to keep competitive. So take it away.
So, first and foremost, when we're going to get started this Sampdoria conversation, let's just take a time to sit back and remember this was the game that I was supposed to be at when they shut Milan down during the virus. I was in Milan. Let's not forget, I'm about to be pissed and salty watching that game.
For sure.
Honestly, though, I think with the lineup, we should go with pretty much how we played today, except for take Lautaro out and put Alexis in. That would be my only real adjustment to it. I know people are going to give me flack for it and say, no, if we do that, then, oh, my God, we might hurt Lautaro's, little ego and all that. I don't have time for it. Maybe give Bastoni a run. If not Bastoni, can we see how Godin is? You know what I mean? Can we see if he's fit, if he's ready to go? At the end of the day, we got to give all the center backs rotation. Ranocchia got some minutes in today. So, it'd be refreshing to see one of those two start and get some minutes against a lesser opponent. I know it's City A and we shouldn't take everybody for granted, but if I could rest De Vrij and help get him back into match rhythm at a slower pace, honestly, I would rather, if anyone get hurt, I would rather Skriniar between him and De Vrij, because in my opinion, De Vrij is truly the heart of that defense. He's our best defender. I know a lot of people are all Skriniar's our capitano, this and the third. Nah, bro, De Vrij, he's really the heart and soul of that defense, and it's noticeable.
Fair enough. Mario, your thoughts going into Sampdoria team news-wise?
I think Conte is going to put the same exact lineup. We hope, like Christian said, Alexis starts because Alexis, he raises the level on any given day, unless he's hurt, pretty much. But you're going to have to see some squad rotation eventually. I don't think he's going to do it yet. I say give it a couple games, and then you'll start to see some changes in the lineup. But I think this is going to be the main lineup going forward. Given no injuries, given the form, whatever, this is on paper the ideal, the Inter team. One thing I want to say, I was wondering why Ranocchia wasn't in the box against Napoli.
Yep.
I just thought that was weird because he's the tallest man on the field, and if you have Ranocchia,
he's great at headers.
Lukaku and if you have those two in the box, who's gonna you take out Koulibaly, you take out Maximovic was the other one. Was the other center back? He actually played a good game too. He was.
I forget.
Those guys were unlocked. But no, Sampdoria, we need to win. Plain and simple. You got to get every point you can. It doesn't matter if it's a fluke season, if it's a wash. You play to win, and Conte is going to demand perfection, as always. He doesn't got time for bullshit. If Toro's not playing, Toro's not going to. If he's not playing good, he's not going to play going forward, and it's plain and simple.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's talk prediction-wise. I'm going into the game. Sampdoria don't really pose too much of a threat. They didn't have a really good season at all. They were flirting with relegation all season, still are now. In terms of how they might line up, you'll probably see Quagliarella line up with Rigoni, and midfield maybe Junker, Ekdal, Linity. Other than that, Berezzinski might play for them as well. I don't really see where the threats are going to come from. Boys, no threats at all. Prediction, Christian Rivas.
I'm going to say Inter 4-0.
4-0 would be really good.
I was thinking
Mario,
like
4-0.
I was thinking like 3-0.
I'll go 3-0 as well. 3-0 would be really good. And the cherry on top would be Alexis scoring 1 or 2 and Barella grabbing the other one. Just quietly, I think I'm figuring Barella out. When he fatigues, he's clumsy. Passing-wise, defensive-wise, he's got a really good 60, 65 minutes in him. He needs to be subbed out after that, or he needs to improve his improve his mental capacity. But he'll get that with age. Would you guys agree?
Yep.
100%. Like he had a stupid tackle on Mertens just late in the game. He came in so late and so high.
He's gonna hurt himself, man.
Stupid.
He's gonna hurt himself.
Yeah, he's gotta be careful with that shit. He's like too he's got like that too invincible kind of like just fucking head down Gattuso like kind of like run through a wall just to fucking get the ball. And I think as good as that is, got to settle down a little bit in situations.
True. And big ups to Bruno Gattuso. I know all three of us actually do rate him as a young coach at this point in his career. And rest in peace to his sister as well, to be fighting this sort of personal adversity in this time and to get that whole city of Napoli behind you, which is already a charismatic, passionate city as it is. Milan missed out big time. They made a big mistake there. So that's for another time. All right, boys, we'll speak very soon. Forza Inter. Ciao, Christian. Ciao, Mario.
All right, bro.
Later.